How to select a development provider. That's a huge and tricky topic where we need to keep objectivity and clarity. I created a pragmatic approach to check a large amount of criteria. I'm going to sum up the methodology here with you, giving you the key criteria to evaluate. The first things to evaluate is the company itself, by their reputations, their client feedbacks, etc. Next, their values and mindset. Then, the project management methodology. Are they very good at project management? Plus, the quality management. And the most important, their product understanding, as well as the technology level of that company, the pricing they propose, and the long-term fit. I mean, do we have any risks to go with them? And if someday we need to change the company, change the provider, how difficult it will be. What I recommend is to compile all those criteria in an Excel spreadsheet, evaluate them, and make your decision based on it. Of course, behind each criteria, there are sub-criteria, with several questions to ask. And let me share with you some of these questions. As example, ask to your provider, what is your background and why do you believe it's a good fit for my project? Or maybe you can ask, from a business perspective, what do you think will be our biggest challenge and what do you suggest we do to overcome it? And you can also ask technical questions like, what are the best API integrations tools that you use to save some development time? As example. Or another one, as a startup, how can we have specifications and still being flexible along the way? I mean, how can I change my specification? How can I change my idea along the way, along the project? To evaluate a provider correctly, there are hundreds of other things I would share with you. But that's not the focus of this course. And if you are in that stage, I invite you to consider the course Selecting the Right Provider for a fully detailed version of this process. Now that you have in mind the methodology to evaluate a provider wisely, I invite you to also evaluate which language you need to code your digital product. And that's what we are going to talk about in the next video by talking about software languages you will need to develop your solution.